It is 12/29/2025. 48 hours and counting, all you diabolical ones. The Level Up College Football Podcast in the building. Your boy Big G, my boy Mod, my boy B Dirt, Sarah C, and Teresa B couldn't be with us today. So, y'all, it's another 48 hours. The fellas is out doing what they do. Make sure you rock with all of us live on the channel, wherever you get your audio podcast, be it out Spotify, Apple, and or Google. Make sure you check out the Level Up College Football Podcast. But today, we're exclusively on YouTube channel. Got my boys Mod and B Dirt. Mod, what's cracking, man? What's going on with you, bro?
Fine.
The triple.
Love to start off a show like that.
Beautiful.
Fine. God
Beautiful.
dang it. God dang it. I got to find. Look, I'm excited, bro. I'm super excited for, first and foremost, let me go on there. Got to get myself to find. I'm excited, man. Look, we put the women and children to bed. We gone looking for dinner. These are the bowls that we have been waiting on. They're not the cereal bowls, not the cracker bowls, but the bowls. That's the ones we wanted. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about seeing those. Other than that, man, you know, happy holidays to everybody, man. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We're about to start something new. So I'm excited about that as well, man. Excited to be here with two of my favorite dudes, Big Dirt, B Dirt, and Big G. I'm gonna mix y'all names together. Big Dirt and Big G.
B Dirt, he called us Big Dirt. That's diabolical.
I'm good with it. I've been called worse.
Facts, total facts. B Dirt, man, what's cracking with you, man? What's going on, man? Good to see you, bro. What's happening?
It's the home stretch, man. I really think. Listen, Notre Dame's still going to be a little chat, but you can make an argument with them and maybe Alabama, but the rest of them, the top 7, they got them right. They're in here.
Yeah.
So,
Agreed.
So I'm excited about it. I can't wait till they start duking it out.
Facts, man. Hey, listen, I want to say, first of all, what's up to everybody in the live chat joining us, man. We appreciate all you guys out there, man. Make sure you leave a comment. Super chats are wide open. So if you want to make sure you guarantee to get your chat on the screen, make sure you super chat us. But, man, we love our people that support us. Love the people that rock with us. Great to see all you guys. Reiterating what my brother Mod said, happy holidays to everybody. Mod, let's kick this thing off. Let's get it jumping, bro. Let's go.
Well, you know it's 48 hours. It's 48 hours till, you know, everything begins. And I just thought we would reboot it, man. I thought we would go ahead and reboot the 48 hours, man. Me and Big G. And look, Dirt would have been on here if I'd have known, you know, Dirt was on here. We'd have probably went to rush hour or something where, you know, went to threes. But another 48 hours, man, we about to get this thing popping and get it started. Which game do you want to start with first, you guys? We want to start, you know, in order and go with Oregon, Texas Tech?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's
man.
do it. I'm down with Oregon and Texas Tech.
Let's talk about this game. It's the Orange Bowl, Oregon and Texas Tech. Basically, it's going to be at Hard Rock Stadium, Miami Gardens in Florida. Thursday, January the 1st. Time is at noon, you know, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you know, 9 a.m. Pacific. What do we know about this game? Let's start with that, man. What do we know about this game, B Dirt? Talk to me, man. How you feeling about the consistency of this game, Oregon versus Texas Tech? What do you know?
Well, the first thing I know is that this will be the game I'm trying to get rid of my hangover with. So I'm gonna call it the Mimosa Bowl instead of the Orange Bowl. You know, it's one of those things. Oregon, you know, with a little bit of hype, and yeah, they've had some injuries at wide receiver and a couple other places, but they just haven't had the potent offense they've had. It's really been about coaching and defense on this particular version of the Oregon Ducks. Texas Tech, as long as they've had, you know, a healthy quarterback, they've looked dynamic. So it's interesting for me here that you know, Oregon's favored by 2.5. I see this as a pick'em game. I kind of like Texas Tech in this game, to be honest with you, because I think they have more big playability, man.
Yeah, and we're gonna save all our picks towards the end. So, you know, pretend you didn't hear that from big from B Dirt, man. And I'm gonna tell you, but B Dirt, man, I expect a lot of what you said here, man. I expect a lot of the Red Raiders to come in doing these kind of things.
Candy. Now all of you skunks clear out of here.
I mean, you know, Yosemite Sam and the Red Raiders, I expect them to be out here throwing.
That's diabolical when they do this as their little thing. They be talking about
Yeah.
Red Raiders. That's diabolical.
But
It is.
I gotta be honest with you. You know, normally when you think like the old school Big 12, Pac-12, Pac-10, how you know we're old school here, but you think of these teams, and I wouldn't on this slate of games normally say, "Hey, this is going to be hard-hitting defense. There's going to be some really nasty plays out here," but I think this one's going to have some big hits in it.
I think so too. I think so too. Big G, talk to me. What do we know, man? What do we know in Texas Tech, Oregon in this game?
Well, the first thing is that we know that Texas Tech has a top 5 defense in the country. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. They got 2 first-team All-American defensive linebackers, edge rushers. They got a great defensive secondary, and they're well coached from a defensive standpoint. The it factor, the factor that could turn the tide for Oregon shifting from Texas Tech is the freshmen. The freshmen that Oregon has had are not freshmen anymore. The wide receiver is a dog, the all-world wide receiver that Oregon has. He's a beast. Moore is a dog, all-world dog. Number 0, the backup running back, is a dog. Every time he gets his hands on the ball, it's a highlight reel. And DeCorian Moore, their quarterback, could be the number 1 overall draft pick.
Could be.
So it's gonna have an offensive team that is basically a track team, super fast, super athletic, and a play caller that's not willing to gamble and do stuff that's non-traditional to go up against a hard-nosed, let's just face it, paid defense in Texas Tech, because they paid all the money on defense to get what they need. So I look for this game to be an outstanding game, but it's going to be a chess match. And it's going to be, and listen, for you guys that have not seen Oregon play yet this year, you have to understand, Oregon runs an offense to run the ball, so then therefore they can pass the ball. I know they're spread wide, double outside of the hash mark, but they run the ball at an efficiency rate that's one of the best in college football. So you get that type of scheme going against Texas Tech, and okay, how can we dial it up to get pressure on Moore? Because if you don't get pressure on Moore, this game's over. If Texas Tech doesn't get Moore on the ground, the game is over. It's over.
Agreed. I mean, and DeCorian Moore is the freshman wide receiver from.
He's a beast.
Duncanville. He is a dog. I mean, you know, that anybody, like I told you, coming out of the DFW area, you know, you got a one neighborhood, South Oak Cliff, DeSoto, and Duncanville, that are, you know, 3 teams in the top 25 in the nation. And all 3 of them won the state, you know. So
it's the greatest 15-mile stretch in all of the United States of America for high school football. Let's be perfectly clear. For high school football, 15-mile stretch, you're not going to get 3 better high school temes. And I'm talking about you can put Matter Day and all them all in one thing too. No, 15 miles, no.
I left one out. South Oak Cliff, DeSoto, Duncanville, and all their green. Todd Dodge just left to go coach at SMU. South Lake Carroll.
That's where Quinn Ewers comes from.
15 miles. 15 miles. 4 nationally ranked teams. That doesn't make sense.
Facts.
So you know, I'm with you guys, man, and I just, you know, defense versus a high-powered offense. That's the tagline for this game. Next game, switching gears. B-Dirt, man. Bro, talk to me about this one, man. The Rose Bowl. You got Bama versus Indiana, and you know, I'm gonna tell you something. When you think of Bama, this is what you think about.
I love America and I love the Tide, baby. And I love Will and the Dell.
That's right.
Don't give a shit about piss for the Tide.
Tide, go get them. Tide, go take them down.
That's diabolical. Ain't no roll Tide.
Roll
Get him out
Tide.
of here.
What you think, man? Talk to me, B-Dirt.
Yeah. So the scoop on Indiana was that they weren't tested until the Big Ten championship, right? That was what the national narrative was. And Alabama, on the other hand, was what 7 games against teams that were ranked to the top 25 at the time they played them. So a little more tried, true, tested, but I think it'll be whichever quarterback takes care of the ball more here wins the game. I know. I'm not going to give my take this time, but I know Indiana's favored by 7. But if Simpson plays like he did earlier in the season, they got a shot. Alabama's got a shot, puncher's shot there. But he's got to play better. Last 3-4 weeks of the season, he didn't play well.
I like
and
it.
They can't run the ball well either.
No, heck no. Jam Miller been hurt the whole damn season.
He's not hurt anymore though.
Yeah, that's fine. It is fine.
Their offensive line's got to get off the ball better.
Yeah.
They just have no push forward on that offensive line. It's a very odd year for the offensive line of the Crimson Tide. Normally, you may see them struggle here and there in pass blocking, but they normally blow people off the ball as far as that explosiveness.
I'm glad you said that, B-Dirt. Let me ask you a real question. Do you think that was because they were playing other SEC talent, or you just think that that's in general? Do you think that you're going to see that offensive line for Alabama get after that defensive line for Indiana?
Well, let me ask you: do you think the Ohio State Buckeyes have SEC talent in the trenches? Because that defensive line trashed Ohio State's offensive line.
That is total facts.
That was the difference in the ball game to me.
That is total facts.
They put pressure on all day long. So those guys up front are not. They're not. Our Indiana. This is a different breed, man. These are, they're getting the same kind of mentality and the same kind of physical specimens that they're getting now at Bama. And we'll see, but if they want to control the ball, control the game, and control the narrative, they need to run the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
They need to be 4.5 yards a clip or higher.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big G, talk to me, man.
Well, my question is this. I mean, Alabama's still, because Alabama's Alabama. Okay, and let's just be facts. They always have NFL talent in the trenches on the defensive side of the ball and at the skill position. They still have it this year. 17-5-1. Those are the numbers for the wide receivers for Alabama. They are really that. But the issue is, how much do you know about Indiana's three-headed monster at wide receiver? Right? Elijah Sarek, E.J. Williams, Omar Cooper, those are 3 first round, and not first round, but 3 NFL wide receivers. I'm not going to say first round, but all 3 of them kids is going to be playing in the NFL next season. You can count.
They'll probably all be gone after day 2. They're probably first 3 rounds. Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind. They are really that. So Alabama, traditionally, when Alabama plays against NFL talent in the skill position, they struggle traditionally. So now here you come, and you don't have, because Alabama's also been known for having great defensive back talent. Name one kid on Alabama's defensive backfield that's actually going to line up and play in the NFL as this a first-round draft pick. They don't have it. Nick Saban was known for collectively putting together defensive backs that could shut anybody else down. That was the difference during the Alabama era that made them great. They had defensive backs that could just shut everybody down. First-round draft picks everywhere. Name me one. Name me one they got now. So this game's going to get interesting because I think trenches-wise, it's a wash. I think Alabama's defensive line versus Indiana's offensive line, Alabama's offensive line versus Indiana's defensive line, either way how you go, it's a wash. So who's better at the skill position? Now, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Ryan Williams is the real deal. Drake, number 17, the freshman for Alabama, is the real freaking deal, right? And the The knock on Indiana is that they don't have NFL defensive backs. Well, there's a 5'9", 185 defensive back that took Jeremiah Smith one-on-one the whole game at Ohio State versus Indiana. And Lightweight handled his business. So if he can handle Jeremiah Smith, I'm pretty sure he can line up and handle anybody that's going on over there with the Alabama Christmas Tide at wide receiver. So it's going to be a great matchup. And I just think, like I said, it's going to come down to skill position. Who plays better? We know what Fernando Mendoza is. Do we really know what Ty Simpson is? And we're going to find out. So those are my thoughts, man.
Hey, you know what? And I hear you. He said Bama has better defensive backs and wide receivers. I like that. And this is where I was about to say, Indiana does got that one guy. Don't know his name. Really good out on the corner. But you're going to have to pick your poison. You're going to have to go over the top of Bernard. You're going to have to go over the top of, because he's their leading receiver.
Yeah, number 5.
You're going to have to go over the top of him, so have a safety in the corner on him, and then leave Ryan Williams one-on-one and try to live with that, right? Ryan Williams and the freshman one-on-one and try to live with that. I don't know that you can do that, right? So, but just like you said, Big G, and just like you said, B-Dirt, get kudos to Indiana, because Indiana does have a defensive line that's monstrous, but so does Alabama.
That's facts.
And Indiana does have an offensive line that can get after you, but so does Alabama as far as their defensive line. So I think what both of you guys said has merit, and it's going to come down to the skill position and the better quarterback. So if Mendoza earns his Heisman Trophy stripes, Indiana wins this game. We'll talk about this, but if he doesn't, Ty Simpson does his thing, and I think Alabama it comes out victorious here.
Ma, let me ask you and Dirt a question, just hypothetically. Who do you trust more, Simpson or Mendoza? Who do you trust? I trust Mendoza. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. I trust Mendoza, man. He's battle-tested. Ohio State is the number 1 defense in the country. He's battle-tested.
Yeah, but he only played one such defense.
He played Oregon, too, and he's battle-tested. He's battle-tested. Oregon is a Final 8 team. He had 300-something yards against Oregon. He killed Oregon. Man, Mendoza's battle-tested, man. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. I feel all the SEC. I feel it. But, y'all, Indiana doesn't – this is not 1987 Indiana with Anthony Thompson as their best player. This is not them, y'all. This ain't them.
I agree. Chuck Sanders said Ryan Williams hasn't balled since the first half of his freshman year. They better worry about the new freshman.
17.
And Big G's been saying that this whole time. Henry said Bama has a massive talent edge. And Chuck, who must be a Bama fan because he said roll tide up here. He said we haven't ran the ball well all year.
No.
Understood.
Injuries, Jam Miller. Jam Miller's been hurt the whole time. Their best running back transferred to the University of Michigan. Yeah. Let's be perfectly clear. He transferred to the University of Michigan.
Yeah, so next game, B-Dirt. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Nice, man. These are all bangers, bro. Next game is going to be played on January 1st, 2026, time 7 p.m. It's the All-State Sugar Bowl. It's going to be at the Superdome in New Orleans. Ole Miss versus Georgia. Ooh, man, talk to me, Dirt, man. What are we feeling?
This is going to be a sneaky good one.
Oh, my God.
So here's the way I feel about the matchup here. I think Georgia would like to, when they say fights make style or styles make fights, I think Georgia would like to fight this in a phone booth. I think Ole Miss wants to spread it out, right? It's going to come down to who can, be more effective forcing their style of play on the offensive side of the ball to me. Is Ole Miss going to be able to have success running the ball and spreading the offense out and getting plays on the edge versus a Georgia team? Stockton's played a little bit better later in the year as far as throwing the ball goes, but their bread and butter is running the ball with their running backs and Stockton on the move. So that's what who can impose their will. I think that's going to play the big key to the game.
I
Gee,
like it.
I know you're going to say, and you always do, you're going to speak to the previous game they played earlier this year. Go ahead. You got the floor.
I mean, Ole Miss had them. Let's be perfectly clear. Ole Miss had Georgia beat. But for whatever reason, and I think this goes down to Lane Kiffin, he's scared to death of damn Kirby Smart. And Kirby, when it comes to the fourth quarter, Kirby's got a lot of coaches' numbers, bro. Kirby knows what to do in the fourth quarter. Now, Lane Kiffin's no longer there. You got Coach Bold now, who's a defensive-minded coach. But what he does have is that Trinidad kid playing quarterback, man. Listen, for you guys that have not seen Trinidad Chambliss, that kid is a monster. He is legitimately one of the best quarterbacks. He's trying to petition the NC2A for another year of eligibility because he's a transfer junior that wants
Ferris State transfer.
Yeah, Ferris State D1 AA, D2 came to and balled out of control. But the game's going to come down to, I'm telling y'all, is the health of Kewan Lacey. Kewan Lacey was hurt against Tulane. Okay? If Kewan Lacey is 100% go against Georgia, this game is going to be sneakily great because that gives Ole Miss the opportunity to slow Georgia up and play time of possession football. When you look at the two quarterbacks, is Trinidad better than Stockton? Stockton in big games plays great, man. And I will say the X factor for Georgia is the running back Frazier. Number 3, listen, I've sat down with all these kids. I've watched them play. Frazier is the best running back that they've had in Georgia in a long time. Frazier has the potential to be a Nick Chubb, Todd Gurley type running back. He really does. But do they scheme him up enough to get him to carries? Because they go carries by committee. But when I'm telling you Frazier can break one and go home, anywhere on the field, he can break and go home. So it's going to be, is Georgia going to assert their will? Last point. Georgia's defense, we knew them from 2021, 2022, where they were scattered with NFL talent. You know the difference between that team and this team? You don't know the freaking names. They're scattered with NFL talent all over again. Georgia, they're just young. They're a bunch of freshmen and a bunch of sophomores that you just really don't know. But when I'm telling you they're wall-to-wall NFL talent, and that's what Kirby's scary. When Kirby Smart has NFL talent, look out, man. So I think it's going to be a great game, sneakily good game, and it's hard. Let me repeat. It's hard to beat a team twice in the same college football season. Man, it's going to be a banger. Georgia versus Ole Miss is going to go at it, man. At it, for real. It's going to be a great football game.
Go, dogs.
Yeah. So we need to.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, it's Allstate, and that was an Allstate commercial. Listen, CJ Allen, bro. CJ, listen, the reason why Georgia, what we know, right? CJ Allen just started playing like the Nakobe Dean in them, like late in the season. The boy just started showing up and showing out, man. I mean, real talk. When you think about it, Raylan Wilson, Quintavious Johnson, you know, when your name's Quintavious, all you do is play football, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Your name Quintavious.
Funky dreads and golds every damn where.
What you do? I play football. Yeah, I knew it. I knew Quintavious. I mean, honestly, it's one of those things. You're right. It's a no-name defense. And B-Dirt, you said something that's really key, man. You said something that was really key. Georgia wants to play every game in a phone booth. Georgia, to me, is the most physical team inside of this thing. When we talk about the most pro-ready players are at Ohio State, the most physical team is in Georgia. But you got a physical football team in the Georgia Bulldogs. They want to manhandle you. They want to get their hands on you, and they really just want to just take you and do something strange for a little piece of change to you. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I say all that to say that Big G's right, man. If that offense of Ole Miss gets to rolling, ooh,
Look out, man. Look out.
ooh,
They'll put 50 up on you. I mean,
ooh.
I'm not saying they won't put 50 up on Kirby, but they'll put 50 up on you. They don't care. They are not taking their foot off the pedal, bro. They're not doing it.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, B Dirt, man. This the last one here, man. And we saved it for last because of the simple fact that Big G's here, man. And you guys are both from this neck of the woods, but
OH! OHIO. That famous call and response heard around the world.
yeah, man, this game is gonna be something, bruh. This game is gonna be something, and we got your man on the sideline bugging out. You'll see, Brutus on the sideline of this game, man.
Hey, B Dirt still got a hit on Brutus, man, for what he did in Ann Arbor. Boy, that was diabolical. B Dirt, I'm telling you, B Dirt got a hit on that dude. How dare you, Brutus, go to Ann Arbor, Michigan, and cross the M out and dot the I on the field? How dare you, Brutus?
But here we go, man. Here we go. The Cotton Bowl, December the 31st. This was actually going to be the first one play on the same day that Texas does. My hopes and dreams are still in the bag that I won't let out until 2026. But
It's over for the Longhorns. It's over. It's over.
It is what it is. This will be played at AT&T Stadium, Jerry's World, Arlington, Texas, 7:30 p.m. And we're gonna get into this, bro, and we want to dissect it. But I have somebody who said, this is what he expects in this game. Michael Irvin full of.
Oh, I wish to God, Michael Irvin. Go ahead, B Dirt boy. I got something for you, Michael Irvin. I got something.
First of all, did a fan give his belt out of the stands to him? And then that man proceeded to hit it against a brick wall. You ain't doing that with my belt.
Yeah, he did.
No, I wear nice belts. I mean, you hit the trash can like you did last time. That's a little more effective. Don't be hitting.
You need to wipe all that powder from around his nose. That's what he need to do.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Talk to me, man. Talk to me about this game, B Dirt.
Listen, I think this is a great game. Historically, there's some historical value here, and historically in playoffs, Ohio State and Miami comes down to like one big play at the end. I mean, this is what it does. I think I've said this before, I think that Miami has an advantage on the defensive line. I think they have an advantage on the offensive line. I just don't know if they have enough playmakers outside of that. So I think this is going to be an interesting game of cat and mouse. Can Miami get pressure on the quarterback before the ball goes out to the best wide receiving core in college football? That's going to be the key to that game. If they can get there like Indiana did, it's going to be a tough game. If they can't get there, they could have some problems. They got to get home.
So let me say this to all
Bane and those guys got to get home, G. You know that.
Yeah, I know, but I ain't worried about
Come on, G.
Bane. I ain't worried about him. Let me just say this. Are you ready for the run, Hurricanes? We talking about the run. We done already did the run in 2014. We done did the run in 2024, and we trying to run it back and do the run in 2025. Are you ready for when the Buckeye boys turn it up? Because they about to turn it up and turn it on. Are you ready for the run? That's what I need to know. Is Miami ready for the run? I done heard about this diabolical Desmond Bane and this other defensive end they got. I done heard about this all-world tackle that they got over there. I done heard all week about this Tony wide receiver that they got that's supposed to be the best thing since Percy Harvin that came out of Florida. I guess you forgot about Jeremiah Smith. And I done heard about Fletcher, who's really supposed to be in a Buckeye uniform, but his parents coerced him because he was committed for the Buckeyes for 2 years. But I don't know, Miami, if you really ready for the run. Are you ready for Carnell Tate? Are you ready for Jeremiah Smith? Are you ready for Max Klein? Are you ready for Mr. Bo Lamar Jackson? Then don't get me to the defense. Caleb Downs, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, Jalen McDonald, and the list goes on and on and on. Are you ready for a pissed off Buckeye team that just turned it up and ready to go on the run? I don't think you're ready, Miami. I don't think you're ready for what's going to happen to you. You have no idea what's going to happen to you because we are the defending national champions, and it's going to be hard as hell to take the belt from us, Mr. Michael Irwin. So get ready to bend over and get the beat down yourself. Let's get it cracking, Buckeyes. Let's do what we do.
How did I just get into Monday Night Raw? What the hell just happened here?
I don't know. I don't know. But he went there.
Hey, Logan Paul showed up.
He went there and he turned into it. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. This game reminds me and had shades of that 2003 football game where Miami on paper had all of the better talent. They were more talented team. Ohio State they were talented, you know what I'm saying? But they didn't have like the big names like Miami did at the time. You know, I mean, of course, Santonio Holmes and Chris Gamble and you know,
my homeboy went on that squad.
AJ Hawk. That 2003 Ohio State, this was their roster, right? You know, you had some players there, but on Miami's side, bro, you had Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Jared Payton, Kevin Beard, Roscoe Parrish. Yeah, I mean, it was just so many there on that squad. Vince Wolford, Jonathan Vilma, Sean Taylor, Antrell Roll. There was so many people there, right? And Ohio State came in there and won by 7. You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget the greatest running back in Buckeye history by the name of Maurice Clarett. Don't forget about him.
Archie Griffin. What the hell are you talking about, Big G?
I'm talking about the greatest freshman that ever played football at Ohio State, Mo C. Mo C was the GOAT for freshman running backs. But you know what, Bo Jackson? Get ready. Get ready, because we got another one. Well, go ahead, Mike.
You guys had 58 yards rushing against Indiana. What? Like, who's
Just
scared
wait.
of that?
Just wait.
Man.
Just wait, B-Dirt.
Bloviating, just to bloviate.
When you turn
You've turned into a
up,
commercial, Big G.
when you turn the key up, just wait.
I
Just
hate it
wait when you turn the key
when you
up.
get cloudy.
Mm-hmm. Just wait.
Listen. So this is what I'll say. To B-Dirt's point, absolutely right, bro. Like, when you think about the fact that Indiana's defensive line was able to cause trouble for Ohio State.
5 sacks.
Right? Was able to really cause trouble. And Bain is a dog. He's a top 5 draft pick in this draft, right? And then the guy on the other side from Bain is gonna go in the draft as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna go in the first 3 rounds. He's not a simp, right? So you've got a defensive line that, to me, arguably is better than Indiana's. So we're gonna need Ohio State to actually run the ball in order to keep Miami off. Now, the best player on your team, Big G, the best player on Ohio State team is Miami's quarterback, Carson Beck. He's the best player on the other
trash.
team. You know what I'm saying? I will tell you, Carson Beck is known for giving it up. But this is what I will say. B-Dirt. Is what I will say, Big G. If he makes a name for himself in this game, he goes and gets some money in the pros. This is put up or shut up game for Carson Beck. This is the difference between him being a high school football coach and an NFL quarterback. Don't you guys agree? You guys have any type of pushback on that statement?
He's going to get drafted, but this is his opportunity to maybe get drafted on day 2 versus day 3. because the draft talent in the 2026 draft is just horrible as far as the quarterback position.
I think he make him go day one if he has a great game.
Heck no, ain't going no day.
What
the
do you
issue
think,
is,
B-Dirt, you tell me. Do you think that this is an opportunity for Carson Beck to actually rewrite his script?
Not into day one. He can get into day two. I think his ceiling as far as where he gets drafted is late second round. I think he's a mid second to mid third round pick if he plays well. And I don't have. I mean, if you look at current trends, right? Current trends, I don't have any reason to think you guys throw one interception in the last 5 games he's played in. He's went from that turnover prone guy to protecting the ball. I think a lot of that is Mario Cristobal. He likes to run the ball first and then play action pass and the way they scheme. I thought that they were too cautious the way they played against Texas A&M. And if you look at that, I don't have it in front of me, but you look at their numbers on that game, they really dominated that game on the stat lines. Here we go, team stats. No, I guess they gave up more passing yards, but they had 175 rushing yards against Texas A&M and only put 10 points on the board.
But they were struggling with Concepcion and the other trash wide receiver over at A&M, and they had their number one cornerback, Brown, ready to go. Brown is out this game. What the hell you going to do with Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith? What you going to do with them?
They only gave up 230 yards passing. It wasn't like
400. 400 for the Buckeyes. Book
Wow. 400?
Between all the wide receivers, between 350 plus. Book it. They're about to go nuts.
How can you be so knowledgeable about football and this bloviate when it comes to your team?
Because Miami ain't that good. And you're going to find out real quick, fast, in a hurry, Miami ain't that good.
Mr.
They shouldn't have beat A&M.
That'd be a good game. They probably win the game if they throw for 275. He's correct.
400 plus?
I'll take that bet.
I'm saying 350 counting. I'm telling you, there's no team in America except for the Georgia Bulldogs that can actually hit the key and turn it up. There's no team in America that can do it. There's no team. And don't forget, Ohio State came off of beating Michigan, who they hadn't beat in years, to catch Indiana. That's a factor. Now Ryan Day done had 3 weeks to prepare. Matt Patricia then had 3 weeks to prepare. Miami don't know what's going to hit them. They're used to being in a soft ACC and playing against soft ACC talent. They don't know what's going to hit them.
To your point, they had 3 weeks to prepare their team. They didn't have 3 weeks to prepare for Miami. They only had a week. They only had a week to prepare for Miami.
But they had a week to put their game plan in, bro.
Yeah,
that's dangerous.
You have a week to rest your guys and to get your team ready. But you only knew who you were playing a week. What is it? 10 days ago?
That is correct. That is correct. And Ohio State, like I said, there's nobody in the country when they got time to prepare and rest that does a better job than Ryan Day, except for Kirby Smart. I.e., Kirby got 2 back-to-backs, got a back-to-back national championship. Ryan Day's looking forward to do what Kirby did.
Tim was popping. He said all this talk, hoping all of the Big Ten teams.
What your diabolical trash team needs to get in a conference, Tim. Because guess what? If you're in a conference, Notre Dame's in the playoffs. Get in a conference and then we can talk. Get in a conference. Because you ain't getting in since then. You ain't getting in.
B-Dirt.
Yes.
Let's go down through it. I want your picks now, sir. First game that we spoke about was the Texas Tech Oregon game. Texas Tech Oregon. Who wins, and tell me why.
Okay, you don't pick against the spread, correct?
No, we're not picking. It's just straight up picks.
All right, so this is a tough one. This is a tough one with the spread here because I'm going to take Texas Tech, even though Oregon is favored here. I just think I've seen Oregon play a few times this year, and I thought they weren't as good as they have been in the past. I've seen Texas Tech play a couple times this year, and they were dominant. So that's where I'm guessing. And even when they went down early and had big comebacks, I just like Texas Tech a little bit better. I think they've got there's another team, Big G, that probably has 3 starters on a defensive line that'll get drafted this year.
That's facts. That is facts.
They got some dogs at defensive line. So
that's facts. Bailey, Rodriguez. Yeah, you're right. That's big facts, bro.
So I'm going to take Texas Tech in this one, but I think it's going to be a close game.
Okay.
I think we're set up for several close games, actually.
Yeah, I think so too. Alabama, Indiana. Who you got, B-Dirt? And tell me.
I'm gonna take Indiana. To go with Big G, I just trust Mendoza to make more plays than Simpson. I've seen Simpson, in a couple of the big games not play very well, and that Alabama running attack kind of scares me off of there too a little bit.
Yeah. Henry Johnson said Big 12 trash. I don't know that I would call them trash. Not Texas Tech at this.
Not $25 million. Hell no, that ain't so trash. $25 million.
I think they're respectable. I think they're a respectable team. The next game, Ole Miss, Georgia. Talk to me, Big Dirt. B-Dirt.
I'm gonna take the upset in this one, man. I'm taking Ole Miss.
Okay.
I think Ole Miss pulls this one off. Close game. I'll go like 27-21.
27-21.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Proof? What's popping, man? Proof said BYU beat Georgia Tech. And Mr. Woodside say, give me Ole Miss too, be there. Oh, they got you. They rolling with you. And so talk to me. Why do you think Ole Miss is gonna beat Georgia?
Because Kirby Smart's coaching against somebody he hasn't really seen tendency of, number one. So I think that minimizes a little bit of that advantage they have in the coaching situation. And then, when you're talking about big games and great matchups like this, I lean towards who would I rather have at quarterback. I think Stockton's overrated. I still have, the flashbacks of him running into the back of a player, getting knocked out in the last what was that? I can't remember who you were playing last year. Texas. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I still have him
hit the eye when the back of the head.
Yeah. And he's had moments like that this year too. I don't know. I think Childress can make more plays with his feet or with his arm, and I think they win.
Okay. Ohio State versus Miami.
If you're just picking the winner, I think Ohio State wins this game. Miami is a 9.5-point underdog. It's the biggest underdog of the year. I think because of their strength of the trenches, I think Miami will cover that. But I think I have it like 23-16, some kind of a weird game like that. But I think it's a 7 or 8 point game.
Proof in the house. He says Miami. He got Miami for this one.
He's a diabolical hater. Get out of here.
It's just listen. I won't be shocked if Miami pulls off the upset. The reason why I think that Ohio State will win it is because I think Ohio State has too many dangerous pieces that one of them will get loose in the fourth quarter to score that game-winning touchdown. Is it Jeremiah Smith? Is it Cordell Tate? Is it whoever? Maybe Jackson on a swing pass. I could see that. I think they have too many ways to hit a big play. I think Miami has one.
Tony.
That's it.
That's it.
I give the edge to Ohio State.
We acting like Miami's running back doesn't exist.
Fletcher's a dog, but
Good.
you acting like that our defensive coordinator and all Americans we got over there ain't killers. Matt Patricia with time to prepare.
Now, hey, hold on a second. This is one of those things where if it's close coming down to the end, it's going to be real hard for me to keep rooting for the Big Ten. It will be. I'll get real petty real quick.
That's diabolical, Peter. That's petty.
Upset alert, 27-24 Miami. Henry Johnson said Miami by 3 in a nail biter.
It's Miami and Ohio. It should come down to a nail bite, right?
Hey, it is what it is. Big G, we got your picks, man. I need you to help narrate us through these, man. Here we go. We about to start it right about now.
Well, you see right off the back, you got Oregon, Texas Tech. Let's give me them quackers and the quack attack because speed kills. Texas Tech, you ain't got enough offense. We're going to go on to Indiana, get the Big Ten win against Alabama. This game going to be close, but I think Fernando Mendoza's too much. Georgia Bulldogs, the toughest team left in the tournament outside of the Buckeyes for sure. Gunnar Stockton show up and play big-time ball. And, of course, the Ohio State University rolls over the Miami Hurricanes 31-17. Big-time plays make big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Let's go. Jeremiah Smith, this is a homecoming. All them kids you played against Miami, they've been talking strong all week. Now we going to see Mr. Hurricanes. We going to find out this week. So let's freaking go. Oregon, Indiana, Georgia Bulldogs, Ohio State Buckeyes.
You should have just took Texas Tech just to have all red.
The thing that tripped me out is there was every Big Ten team won there. I'm not going to say it's biased, but I'm just saying every Big Ten.
Big Ten is the class of college football right now, bro. Class act.
I got you.
Peter, we going for 3 chips in a row. 3 chips Ahoy cookies.
It'd be crazy if Indiana was the third.
3 in a row, baby. 3 chips in a row. Somebody in the Big Ten getting it.
I don't know if I could put up with Cignetti and his arrogance if he won a chip, but I don't know if I could put up with Big G if he won back to back. Oh,
hey man, it is. Here's mine goes. Of course, we got Texas Tech. Texas Tech over Oregon to me. Defense wins championships, and you'll see the common theme here for me. Alabama. I think Alabama's defense and offensively, they're going to be good enough to beat Indiana. They're going to put the points up that Ohio State could not. In this next game, I really believe Georgia is going to outdo Ole Miss. I don't think, it's one thing about Kirby. He's petty. He's not going to let what happened to him the first game happen in this second one. And the last game here, man, I picked the Hurricanes, man. I think, honestly, that defensive line for Miami is going to really get after that Ohio State offensive line. And we're going to see, man. We're going to see if the Ohio State quarterback is really him. We're going to see if he's able to be the guy with under a lot of pressure and if he's going to be able to stand up against a lot of pressure. So, totally, these are the picks that, me and G had. We'll go over B-Dirts here as well. But Big G's picks, of course, he's all about the championships. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, he has Oregon, Indiana, Georgia, and Ohio State. These are all Big G's picks. Of course, my picks here, like I told you, I'm holding my hopes and my dreams. I can't open the bag till 2026. My hope and my dreams. Texas Tech, I got Alabama, I got Georgia, and I got the U. And B-Dirt, again, your picks were?
Texas Tech, Indiana, trying to do them the same order you guys had them, Ole Miss, and Ohio State.
Yeah, Mr. Woodside says Indiana 24-23. He says Texas Tech 26-23. And Big G would lose his noodle if they go back to back. He absolutely would.
That's the facts, wherever the fact sign is.
Yeah. And Proof said Big G picks a bias.
You bias.
Yes, sir. Every time.
You bias. I cannot believe, you picked all them diabolical teams, man. I can't believe it.
Hey, man, it is.
That's got SEC South bias written all over it.
Man, look, I'm telling you, I feel as if, honestly, just, and hear me out, humor me. I feel like that the Big Ten had they were very top heavy, two really good teams in it. Indiana, Ohio State. They had to come and play each other head to head, and Indiana got the best of them. That's the best game that outside of Texas playing Ohio State, that's the best game that either one of them has played.
Who won that game? Texas and Ohio State.
Ohio State won that game, right? Yeah. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Indiana has to now come play another very physical team. And I mean, it's going to be physical from the first whistle to the last whistle, and I don't know that they're going to be able to keep that up. And like I said, it's speed on the outside. I don't know if Indiana's defensive backs are going to be able to handle that either. And then on top of this, like I said, with Ohio State, it's not biased. Bain is the real deal, man. And I don't know if there's anybody who can block the brother. You know what I'm saying? That's the real
diabolical.
Deal.
Y'all acting like he Reggie White.
He's the real deal. He's the best in college.
No. I'm not saying he ain't for real, but there's ways you scheme to beat him. You chip blocking. You run. Matter of fact, good pass rushers, you run right at them.
He's also a good tackler, though.
He's
not Trey Hendrickson. He's more of a Mad Max. You know what I mean? He tackles in the run as well as rushes the passer. That's what I like about him, to be honest with you. I would love to see him in a Bengals uniform next year.
I mean, my goodness.
But we're going to win a bunch of inconsequential games, win 3 in a row on the way out of here so we don't get the top 5. Stupid ass team.
Diabolical, B-Dirt.
Man.
The Bengals find a way.
Listen, like I said, tanking is a part of NFL football, man. It is a part of it. You tank, get who you need to get, man. Put yourself in position to get who you need to get. Bain is a top 10 pick. Book it. Put all of the false narrative and Miami hate aside, and you rocking with the U. You know what to do. Show your daddy Mario Cristobal support. Throw U's up.
Do you trust Mario Cristobal or do you trust Ryan Day?
Both of them have a tendency to shrink in big games and become a little too conservative.
Against Michigan, he did, but against everybody else, Day turns it up. Against Michigan, I will totally admit, Michigan asked him 4 years in a row, who's your daddy? And that thing got to puckering up. You couldn't even blow no air in it. But now, against everybody else, the key gets turned up.
Did you see the interview with him on Bussin' with the Boys after the Michigan game?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know I watched
it. Taylor Lewan said he asked him, I don't know if you get to see it or not, but Taylor Lewan asked Ryan Day, he said when that first interception happened of Michigan on the sideline, he goes, be honest. He said, did you pucker up a little bit? Did you think to yourself, oh, no, not again? And Ryan Day just started bust up laughing. He goes, I did.
Yeah, facts. Because that's what he do.
It was a very honest moment answer, dude. He was just, you could see it in his face. He goes, I did. For sure.
The only team that puts fear in Buckeyes' hearts is the Maize and Blue.
So weird.
Everybody else, we don't care nothing about them. We don't care nothing about them.
Black Raider still said 6 teams have won 3 titles in 40 years. UGA ended a 40-year title drought in 2021 to make the list. LSU, FSU, University of Florida, Clemson, and OSU. That's cute. 5 titles in 40 years is dominance. Follow success. Chasing the U. They said a lot there.
Ohio 2002, 2014, 2024. Has Miami won a championship in those years? Hell no.
But he said 16
I'll put it back. I'll put it back up again. Go ahead, Dirk, because you know you the fact checker.
6 teams have won 3 titles in the past 40 years. Okay.
Facts.
UGA ended a 40-year title drought in 2021.
Facts.
To make the list.
They won back-to-back, 2021,
Georgia,
2022.
LSU,
Okay.
Florida State, University of Florida, Clemson, Ohio State. That's the 6.
Cute. 5 titles in 40 years is dominance. False. That
What dominance has the U done? Nothing. They was dominant in the 80s when we were all high school kids or junior and junior high school. They ain't did nothing since Warren Sapp been over there. 2001, they won the national championship. 2002, they took a L, dog, to the Buckeyes. That's who they took the L. 01, they was the best team in college football. They was the 2001 Miami Hurricanes is the greatest team in college football history. 02, they had 80% of those players. And who'd you lose to in the national championship? Us. 02, 14, 2024, Buckeye boys. Buckeye boys. Canes, you ain't it. You ain't it.
Proof said Ohio can't continue to be conservative and beat this Miami team.
Turn the key up, baby. Turn the key. That's why the key turned up. I'm telling you, Ryan Day he turn up for everybody except for Michigan. It's the truth. He turns up. Look at his overall record. Everybody but Michigan, he turns it up. Get ready. I'm just telling Miami ain't ready. Not for this. They ain't ready for this. They're building to get there. You got to get a quarterback first, but that's a whole nother conversation. You got to get a quarterback in Miami. Miami, you need to pay everything you can to get DJ Langway. You need to pay everything, and then maybe you can run it back next year.
He out there.
You need everything. You can pay everything you can to get DJ Langway. Pay every dollar you got. Go get him. Until you get somebody like that, you don't stand a chance. You don't stand a chance.
B-Dirt. Pardon shot, my G.
Happy holidays to everybody. Enjoy football. Don't eat too much and fall asleep during the second half of one of these really good games. That's my warning shot for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Big G, well, first of all, B-Dirt, thank you so very much for being a part of the show today. I really wish I'd have got a heads up from my brother because, I would have made sure that I did everything that I did for us for you because you're my guy, man. I want to make sure that, somebody as knowledgeable as you gets an opportunity to speak his mind on this program because I'm going to tell you something. You do what you do. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of great information. Big G, pardon shot. Floor is yours, man.
Hey, man, the first round of the playoffs sucked. The second round is going to be all-time classic. This is what we've been waiting for as far as college football. And I just wish that they would start getting the first round right. I'm for the petition. Notre Dame should have been in the playoffs. Texas should have been in the playoffs. Get James Madison out of here. Get the diabolical Tulane out of here. Let's play a real playoff. People have been waiting all along for this, and you're going to get the round 2 all-time classics, all-time classic games. So I'm excited for it. And make sure you support college football because these are why these young men go out there and risk it. These are why these young men coach the way they coach. These are why these young men play the way they play. It's all about what you stand for. Now, the money, let's be perfectly clear. And I quote one Mr. Ed Ogeron. The money used to go through the back door in bags with sheets and stuff over it. Now they walk through the front door with briefcases wide open and suits. So it's about getting the bread. So let's say you done pay for a team, Texas Tech. We gonna see. You done paid a lot of other teams. We gonna see. But college football is ready to go. Happy New Year to all you guys rocking with us over on the Level Up College Football Podcast.
Hey, so B-Dirt, you reading this? I know I put it up here for you to read it while Big G was giving his parting shot. From 1999 to 2003, Miami has the nation's longest win streak that thrived because SEC champ University of Florida and the ACC champ FSU were on Miami's schedule. Nobody wanted to play Miami. OSU got a gift in 2002. Do we agree?
Hell no. We beat you fair and square. You lost. You lost.
B-Dirt, do you agree?
With what? They were great. Yeah. And they got one championship to show for it out of that stretch. So
Exactly. One chip.
I don't know.
One chip. Yeah, come on, man. Come on. This is another reason why Miami
It
goes
was great football to watch, though.
They all the Miami players are still all mad and pissed off about what happened 20-something years ago. You wasn't even freaking born. The current Hurricane players was not born. They were not born. Maybe Carson Beck because he's about 28. But
22.
the rest of the Hurricane players, you wasn't even alive. This don't have nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. You better focus. You better stop letting Michael Irvin and all them diabolicals dudes talking about the U hype you up. You better stop it because then you walking into something you ain't ready for. I'm telling you, it's a different game now. That stuff has happened 20-some years ago, 23 years ago.
Yeah. So, yeah, basically he's saying CFB longest win streak stands in 2025, 34 games straight. That's what he's saying. It's 34 games straight that they won. So here's my last question before I give my parting shots. B-Dirt, Big G, these bowl games, it's a lot of them, bro. Like it's a whole bunch of nothing burger bowls, right?
A bunch of nothings.
I mean, for real, like, you know,
Snoop Dogg's got his own bowl.
it's Snoop
Sure
Dogg.
do.
I was just about to drive down that street. Listen, my question: Pop-Tarts Bowl, Tax Slayer Bowl, Kinder's Bowl, it's a letter New Mexico Bowl, Gold Bowling Military Bowl, Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. Pinstripe Bowl's been around for a while. Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Come on, man. Look, what is the incentive? What is the incentive for playing all of these bowl games? You know what I mean? How do we rectify the way that college football is being moved around and being shaped and put together? Big G, B-Dirt, how do we rectify it? First. Second, how do we change the playoffs to get the best 12 teams in? So that's a two-part question, and I'll let B-Dirt go first because I want to hear that. And G, you got the floor next.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the, smaller bowl games and stuff, those are just parting games for seniors that aren't going to go to the NFL, for people trying to showcase talent that maybe wanting to get recruited by other teams in the portal or so on and so forth. That's all those are. As long as they're getting funded by major corporations and Snoop Dogg or whoever else and Pop-Tart Bowl, they're going to happen. And it's no here or there. It doesn't take away from anything. It gives me other things to watch. As far as the tournament goes, and keeping, two things, right? We talked about, I know Big G, we've talked about, there may be Alabama's rumored to maybe pull out of a home and home they have a deal with Ohio State, worried about whether people will play good off out of conference schedules because, it doesn't behoove them. I thought that's the reason why they really chose Miami over Notre Dame, because they had to make that game count, right? But then you get into all the Big Ten championship, the SEC championship. Do people get punished for losing their championship game or don't get punished? And do you really want to play in it? Rip it up. The whole schedule needs change with when you're allowed to go to the portal, when the coaches are allowed to leave. Like, all that stuff needs to be changed. They got to figure that out. Lock them in a room until they do. But as far as the tournament, 16 teams. You play 2 weeks after the season ends. There's no championship games. Run it. No buys for anybody. If you're a number one seed, you're going to get home field advantage for 2 rounds instead of 1. Run it.
Yeah.
I like
it. A lot of facts.
Big G.
Well,
two questions. Two questions. why do we keep playing these bowl games, and how do we make them significant? And then second, how would we fix the playoffs?
90s football, 2000s football, early 2000s football is why we play all these bowl games. The bowl games have always existed. They were in the 70s and the 80s because it gave opportunities for players to showcase themselves, to go to the next level. And like B. Dirt said, seniors getting an opportunity to send themselves off with their last game. Late 1990s and 2000s, you got all these corporate sponsorships that started jumping in, and they started dividing up the pie over and over and over and over and over again. How you fix it is you don't let mediocre teams go to bowl games. Nobody's watching a 7-5 team or a 6-5 team or a 6 and whatever team, a 6-6 team play.
What about a Duke team that won the ACC championship?
Well,
do they get an opportunity?
I got a way to fix that. Because I'm getting to that one. That's about how you fix the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody's watching that. Nobody's watching that concerning how, because a lot of these teams are really the spring edition of the school that they're already at. A lot of the top players are going to declare for the NFL draft. A lot of the players that don't want to take the chance to get hurt, or like how B. Dirt said, the transfer portal. So this is the spring team. Like the Penn State team you just saw play in New York City in the Pinstripe Bowl, that's the spring edition of the Penn State University team after everybody left out of the portal and everybody declared for the draft.
Mm.
So that's the issue and the problem. Now, how you fix it, there is no way to fix it because it's corporate greed. They're going to always have bowl games, but you're not going to get the talent that you see in the regular season concerning college football in the bowl games. And you can't stop a person. Hell, like we said, Snoop got a bowl game. You can't stop nobody from getting a bowl game. That's what they're going to do. You pay enough money, I put my name on something, and away we go. That's not the focus. The focus is to fix the playoff. B. Dirt, you're 100% right concerning 16 teams, 1 plays 16, 2 plays 15, 3 plays 14, no buys, 2 first-round games for the higher seed.
I also want to shuffle the standings after. So if one wins, they play the lowest ranked one that goes into group 2.
Yes, resetting the seeding is the second way.
Yeah.
But how you get to the core of it is super conferences have ruined college football. You have conferences that have 18 teams, Big Ten, SEC, right? And you have 18 teams with no divisions. You need to go back to divisions. You can have protected rivalries, but there's no way in hell Michigan and Ohio State should be on the same side of the Big Ten. You put Michigan on one side, Ohio State on the other. You have a protected rivalry play at the end of the season. We're going to get rid of the conference championship game because that's really the game anyway that everybody wants to see. SEC, you got 18 freaking teams. You put Alabama on one side, Georgia on the other, and you chop everybody else up, right? That's the conference. That you still got protected rivalries. So then that way you get quality play concerning the regular season, which leads to the playoff. And when you have teams that have 18 teams, 18 divided by 2 is 9. You should play 9 conference games, everybody on your side, and 1 team from the other side. So if you want a protected rivalry, Ohio State and Michigan, I'm going to play everybody on my side, and Ohio State and Michigan is going to play each other. That's how you fix it at the core. Because now you're comparing apples to apples and teams playing against quality teams all year. You play 12 regular season games anyway. Play 10 in the conference. And if you want to play My Mary Mother of Grace and Holy Trinity and Grambling State University and the Lack School of the Blind, if you want to play teams like that in college football with your 2 buys, that's cool. But you're going to play 10 conference games. That's how you fix it, man. 10 conference games, 16 teams in the playoffs, reseed, first 2 higher seeds gets the home game for the first 2 weeks. There you go. That will make more money than the NFL could ever dream if you fix that, because college football is where it's at. That would make a lot of money, a whole lot of bread.
And I like I said, I still like the idea of, this year you had, Texas and Notre Dame left out, right? Have those 2 play the lowest 2 hanging fruits. You guys are going to have to battle it out to get in. You know what I mean? Texas would have had to play Miami and Notre Dame would have had to play. Who was the other? BYU. And the winner, the two winners there, y'all get in. And then the other thing is G5 gotta go.
Facts.
Y'all are not, the G5 teams are not good enough to play on this level. They're just not. You know what I mean? North Texas, good football team, right? Good football team, but they lost to Tulane. And Tulane got boat raced by Ole Miss. Boat race.
Twice.
Right? Yeah, twice. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it, yeah, they beat San Diego State 49-47, but San Diego State is not Alabama. San Diego State is not Oregon. San Diego State is not Texas Tech. A whole nother different brand and level of competition.
I'll tell you what San Diego State is. San Diego State's starting quarterback was a guy that transferred because he couldn't get on the field as a quarterback at Michigan last year. You saw how pitiful the Michigan passing game was last year. Couldn't get on the field. He started for San Diego State this year.
Yeah, so
that is facts.
Yeah, I really feel like, you're gonna to do something about that. You can still give the first two seeds buys, but you're making everybody else play each other, and that kind of gives all of the excuses away. You're earning it, because I feel like a championship needs to be earned.
But here's the thing: the reason why I didn't like the buys last year, we saw the people who had buys got beat because they had too much time off.
That's facts.
I think they should play the lowest ranked seeds and give them 2 home games, because 2 home games is more revenue.
Yeah,
like that's the reason why I said it that way.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
And split it down the middle, 50-50. Split the revenue down the middle. But could you imagine if it would have been 16?
You give the home teams a little, like, they could keep their concessions or all that other stuff. Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, what the TV people will pay.
Yeah. Yeah. That all gets split up, chopped up.
Yeah. Facts.
So during this much Black Raider Steel comment, he said, during this much celebrated computer selection committee era of college football, which began in 1998, the SEC conference has the most players drafted and 4 NFL drafted Hall of Fame inductees. He said SEC players are allergic to NFL production. I'd have to check that out. I don't know that.
Yeah, I'm not going to fact check everything he says. I do have one fact check from earlier, though. I'm not going to count the early era as far as college football history is concerned, because there were 2 winning streaks longer than Miami Hurricanes in the early era. But once they went to divisions in D1, Miami has the second longest behind Oklahoma's 47 games when they went to D1 in the 50s. Now, if you wanted to count early era, Washington also has 40, Yale has 37. And if you wanted to count any of the other divisions, Mount Union in Division 3 has a 112-game winning streak.
The great Mount Union of Ohio,
That's
Division
wild.
3 national champions every year.
That's just wild. 112 straight wins.
Mount Union is the Purple Raiders. Shout out to the Purple Raiders in Ohio. D3 champs every damn year. Every year.
Yeah. So just on a quick Google, that number's huge. 1,111 through the 2025 class. I would have figured it would be. But hey, man, I appreciate you. G, let's take us home, man.
Man, we appreciate all you guys rocking out again with the Level Up College Football Podcast. I appreciate my co-hosts, Mod and B-Dirt, coming in, man. We had a special program. If you have not liked and subscribed, make sure you like and subscribe and share the Level Up College Football Podcast everywhere you go. Make sure you share the Know-It-Alls College Football Podcast everywhere you go. And make sure you rock with the Know-It-Alls Podcast channel. Tomorrow, I'll be back with Keeping It 100. Listen, Yenzies, I got to have a conversation with you tomorrow. It's time for Coach Tomlin to go. He's got to go. We're going to talk about it tomorrow because I can't take it no more. So make sure you check out the Keeping It 100 show tomorrow. Make sure you check me out on Steelers Almighty on Tuesday night with my boy Big B. And you come back and check out The Smash the Gas and Pump Your Brakes podcast and the Takes Take 100 all will be live on air on Wednesdays and Friday. The Homies podcast with my boy B Dirt over there with Tate Boy Fresh, and come back and catch the flagship, the Know It Alls podcast on Sunday with me, Mod, and the diabolical Tate Boy Fresh. Man, we appreciate all y'all rocking with us. Thanks again for sticking with us and subscribing and liking and sharing the Know It Alls podcast channel. Have a great and wonderful holiday. Happy New Year, y'all. Let's go bowling and enjoy your day. Peace.